So just like they do it putting wise, you'll take this, okay? And so you can do it this way, maybe you try it like this, but this hand's got to switch. We can't do this with the palm facing the flag.
Okay.
We'll just flip it, and then you'll set up the same exact way, keep that just like that, and then we'll chip just like, and I kind of push these two fingers down so I can keep a hold of the club, and I press and kind of pinch with that. But you got to keep that there, and then we just go straight back and straight through. I can still probably do this maybe with an 8 if I wanted to bump and run it all the way over there possibly.
Okay.
But for just these stock little chip shots there, setup wise, still on the toe, we'll flip this to like a claw type look, still left heavy, and then we could just scrape that back and through with that claw grip.
Nice, okay.
Try that. I don't go through that gate. You're gonna hit behind the ball a lot, and then you're gonna pull up, and then you're doing this and blading it. So it's,
yeah,
you know, whatever, somewhere in that area. This can go up and over. You can do this, you might go on the side. I feel like I can, if I put these two on, I can press on the shaft there and kind of keep it steady. And then I'll literally keep that between the sticks, scrape it right off the top of the ground. Equal, equal. So sometimes you're going even with this one, or especially with this grip. And once that's all in there, it's got to get out. So that's where you feel.
Yeah, and I got that shoulder
heavy.
Uh-huh.
1, 2. But if it's ever, and you're taking a divot, God, we gotta be hinging that thing really quite a bit.
Yeah, that's my miss. Okay.
40 yards. 41 yards flag uphill. Gotta have 40 yards though.
Gotta have
Otherwise we're in trouble.
No matter what. Okay.
Okay, try to know.
No, none of this, dummy. You want to be wide here.
Yeah, so keep it, basically those arms will be the same length. Yeah, there you go. So by rotating through like you're doing, that helps you do that too.
The other shots we were saying, they kind of like look good here, and
then all of a sudden, yeah, exactly.
Or
it's
not even a turn. It's kind of like
stops, and then kind of your hands are right next to your belt there.
Yeah.
So we just need a little bit more. Keep those hands going towards the flag there and rotate through. Yep. All right.
Try not to turn that face over. Okay, we'll try it. Similar shot.
That's better. Really good. And that's going to go too far, and then we can kind of gauge power on that. That was much better.
I like the sound of it. And you're also not...
Yep.
Oh, tension in the hands, that's why. Maybe hands here, bow.
That's fine. And up a little bit.
How do you mean up? Like
yeah, there you go. That'll, because that's what we're going to try to feel on the way through.
Oh, right, okay. That feels a little bit, yeah, and
Okay.
still.
Try it again.
This is what. This one from the hips.
Better. Now look
Yeah,
how far those are going.
Yeah, that one felt like my whole body's turning instead of just.
And remember, if we don't turn, it's going to be real tough to do that. It's going to be real tough to hold and bow those if we're standing still.
Yeah, well, maybe that's what I'm doing. Okay, ready.
Okay, easy on the power.
Turn?
Yeah. Just too much gas. You can see how far those are going.
I just find it better. I can coordinate better if I kind of turn
All right.
here instead of just shoulders.
There you go.
Still too far.
But basically, standing here as you watch the last shot, you shouldn't really be able to see the club after you hit it. Your body's going to be in the way. You'll rotate through this way, and I don't think that if it appeared, very little of it. That was a good one. If someone doesn't rotate, that club gets flipped up and around and over. And
I think I just have to move the shot from up here to
a little bit more left still.
back.
Yeah, so even on something like that, put your hands up a little bit so that, yeah, there you go. Not some,
Yeah, like this.
kind of helps keep that.
Okay, and you're gonna shift weight, finish a little bit.
Better.
Nice shot. Thank you.
Oh, here you go.
Thank you. An audience helps.
And the sticks are there to help you with the plane a little bit. Yep. So sometimes you get set up there and those hands are right in too close to your body. So I'm trying to get those.
And shoulders?
Yeah, a little bit.
Back.
Good.
Back down a little bit.
Yeah, it's still rolling down. Closest one so far.
Slow down through. Finish below.
Yep.
And way out here you were saying, but
Keep those away from you. Keep the club lower than your hands.
and bow to
Yeah.
prevent it from. Okay. Only so much I can do it every one time. Okay, so this setup okay?
Yeah. So if you watch that, you'll see your hands in there just a little bit.
A little handsy.
Try it again.
Try to focus on my wrists now. Sometimes if I focus on my wrists, it take the hand out a little bit.
Okay.
Man, these guys are on the tee box already. So wrists only, Brian. Come on, buddy. You can do
No
this.
wrist, shoulders and arms.
Shoulders and arms. Okay.
So I like that one.
Okay. So alignment, middle, pretty much middle. Hands up a little bit.
Yep.
Wrist this side. Take that bow out of it. And shaft, not too much.
Not
forward.
too much. I mean, just
A
now
little bit maybe.
we can go forward now. We went pretty much straight up and down when we needed that real delicate,
Oh,
soft
right,
one.
this
Yeah, so that's where we need the height. Here, now push them back where you had them, face square. That's fine. We could probably move to your left just a little bit on ball placement. So move. All right, there you go.
Back. Turn.
Good.
So it's lower, but the blade is flipped.
But just make sure like you're holding that and you're leaning. Yeah, there you go. We should be. And then we got a little bit of uphill lie here, but you'll notice when you're watching this that you're going now here and then you're kind of now right. Yeah, it kind of looks like you're leaning backwards a little bit. Just make sure, yeah. Okay. A shot to there, you may be able to go ahead and do that. It's just a longer swing. Anytime I do this with somebody, it just helps smooth that out. It really takes a little bit of that out of there. But at a certain point, I think, okay, we start here. You can even hover just above the ground a little bit to take a little tension out of your arms and hands. Just get it set and lift it up, just touching the grass. And then one, turn the eyes. Two, start, turn my eyes. So I'm turning, when I feel like I'm turning as soon as this gets here.
Yeah, you're already
As I get to the top, okay, here, start turning all the things through. And I think that'll help everything, even on the right side. Keep this a little lower over here, so you got to punch the ground.
Okay. So I was still like not hitting the ground. You hit him a little bit thin. Yeah, exactly. So as long as I just make sure I swing through. Yeah, perfect. Okay.
Close. This is in here.
Okay.
And then we go up here.
And we're
I'm
going
just
over
saying,
there.
All right, everything looks like it goes. So I'm trying to say, all right, set up here. One, take my eyes, everything, my whole right side, everything going through. Not really seeing that, practicing not seeing that thing.
Not seeing the club hit the ball.
Yeah, going this way, even rotating, everything going towards the flag.
Okay, nice. And that's as opposed to, show me one more time.
Yeah, you do it.
What I'm doing.
Keep going.
Oh,
let it go.
Okay, cool. Okay. So none of.
Yep. Okay, earlier. Keep that stuff going through. You'll see a little bit in that one.
A little bit of this.
Yep. Mm-hmm. That's closer. Good. Do it again.
Would have been in if it hadn't hit a ball. Am I gonna go get all these?
No.
You don't retrieve these ones?
Punch the ground this time.
So I know what I'm doing. Am I doing more of a this motion, or is it more of a like neutral motion?
Depending on the height, show me the neutral one here.
Okay.
I'm going boom, and then having you feel like you go this way with your wrist.
Okay.
Not. So if we go boom, and you almost try to bow those over here.
Yeah.
We can go a long way. You see, you can hit the ground pretty hard, and that's why you have the club that you have.
Mm-hmm.
No divot, but I definitely crush the ground.
That's what I'm doing.
So you can't really tell that I'm trying to do that. It's just not. It's keeping that out of there.
Nice. The most important thing, you're not playing from down here. Go ahead and lift this up a bit for this shot. It's helping a bit.
Gonna be out here, never right there.
Right.
I just get to where you're brushing the grass. I mean, I'm setting up to the ball, brushing the grass to the inside part of the ball.
I know I'm not coming back very far, but I tend to.
You know, if I can just get good. And when I'm out, not here, but I hit the ground, and then the toes like that, never like this. You never want the toe. And then this just allows you to swing.
Yeah.
I've got a very light grip, light arms. I'm just letting it swing. Trying to not let it bounce there.
Okay. And
Better.
okay.
Actually. I feel like that's going to bounce. This is a good bouncing club.
Hands in, club out, yes.
For this, for wedges, driver.
Any, especially wedges might be a little more rough. But here's what you were doing. Kind of stayed on the line. And when I'm doing this, I really feel my right shoulder go up and this way, and I'm exaggerating a little bit, but that club gets kind of over here. If we're gonna go up on a full swing hinge, we want to try to keep that club between your forearms there. And not let that go down here below your right forearm. Now we're hitting a shot the 30-yarder where we feel like we're gonna go to you, and then I'm gonna go towards the ball. So it's 1, 2.
Okay.
Trying to maybe not. We won't have much hands in that.
Yeah.
Some serious dirt, we're probably adding that. That's pretty good. I mean, that's not 90, but we're moving it a lot. So if that doesn't do anything,
Yep. Okay.
just lay it like you're in the sand.
Right.
So I have it slightly forward. I got a little wider feet, 50-50. This is going to come down a little bit. That helps you. Flatter you swing it, more up it's going to go. So now I go back, through.
You hit the sprinkler too.
Yes. Well, I wanted to open it up, so I...
Yeah, I understood.
But if you're here and here, okay, it's gonna go kind of high, but it's gonna roll a ton. Okay. So it's a pretty aggressive swing, so we got a good lie, that's why we're gonna use it.
Oh, right, makes sense. Okay, fluffy grass.
It's on a tee. 1, 2, there we go, that's better.
Yeah, nice. I didn't get underneath it all.
No. Got the ball.
Oh, we're supposed to go underneath the ball.
Okay. Hit it right. Look where you're at there. So you hit it.
And went back.
Look where you're standing now.
Yeah, backwards. Yeah, so I should be hitting.
Probably should be in pretty much the same spot, you know. holding the position, waiting for it to spin back into the hole.
Okay.
Lay it open. There you go.
All right, let's try it. There's flip. See the sand?
But what I was telling you. So here's the start. It's got to be able to hold the sand like this. That's number 1. So if I have a real short one, I might even go that far open.
Mm-hmm.
So if I just go up normal, that's going to put the club head
Open.
completely on this side of the shot. And some of those really high ones, it might even look like this. But if we got it in this area,
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm doing. Or even worse, yeah.
pretty square, slightly open, which you're getting them out, but that front edge, that's what goes this way.
Yeah.
When I have it like this, I can get that club just to slide through and get more of that noise. Especially here when we dig our feet in. Look how much sand's in here.
Yeah.
We get a little bit of front edge coming in there. It's kind of like a chunk and run or a chunk into the lip. So we get that back edge. Zip that thing through.
Okay.
So you're gonna feel like you're gonna have to feel that. Do you actually do it? Probably not, because if I start like this,
Yeah.
and I go up on a normal golf swing, it's toe down at least, and the majority of it's over here.
Okay.
Yeah, and then try to turn your hands like we did on that. Yep. Where you were was fine.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Okay.
But just so that you look how far that goes.
Yeah.
That's a long ways for a 60 out of the sand.
Is it?
It's good. It's in the middle of the fairway, but what that tells you is my club face isn't open quite enough.
I couldn't
So
have
a
done more than that.
60, if you can, now you're gonna have to turn it. Yeah, there you go. Now make it set up like you're hitting a ball, and make a swing like you're hitting it.
That's like a full swing though, not a.
That I like. Do that one more time.
That last one.
Yep.
That's the last one. Release the hands.
My thing is, I'm just trying to get that club face in a
Better position.
just a little bit more of an open spot at the top, so that you can go ahead and put some heat on this
Yeah,
swing.
it's actually not that open.
And that's wide open.
Okay.
Okay.
So here, ball is forward, long, lazy. Determine the length of the finish. And speed as well.
Okay, and I was doing what again? The whole.
You were going
That's my
Little leaf right there as lined up is good. Heels. Well, so much about it not going left.
Is that where it went?
Yeah. Huh. Glad we're using your balls.
Did it come off the hill, or is it too far left?
It looked like it may be in those bushes.
Okay.
It had some draw on it. Move through is what we're gonna do. Okay. Exactly the same, but that's not as far left, so that's gonna be good.
Still looks a little this way to me.
Yep.
So if you watch those again, it kind of still looks a little bit like this. So as that kind of stays low this way, you might want to feel like, okay, everything's kind of moving with that over here, and then a lot of those guys you'll see even going backwards this way. So none of them you'll have. So I think if you watch those again, it looks like almost by the time this gets to here, it's like this. So if we felt at the beginning, the first 2 or 3 feet, even if this feels like it went over here a little bit, press that into the mat right off the bat. Boom, right on the ball of your right foot. Just start pressing that in there. And then hopefully you might feel like your eyes move from here to maybe over here somewhere.
Okay.
But if you rewatch the ones you just hit there,
Yeah.
So we might want to just feel like you overdo it just a touch, see what it looks like.
Wow.
Sounded good.
So far right. I'll see a splash though.
Yeah.
This might go in, so when you watch yours sometimes, and that goes back to being on the mat where, so when you go 0 to 1, I might even, as I exaggerate, see how you wouldn't watch my legs as I stood there.
Right. What I do is, so where do you initiate that? I've been starting to start to turn from my abdomen, which promotes that. Where do you start yours?
I try to go from here to there, just like that. Nothing happened yet. And then as it keeps going back, things are going to start twisting. So you're trying to get as much of this and as little of this.
Okay.
I don't want to feel like I do anything from my belt down to get the club to here. It might, but in my mind, I'm thinking, all right, I got some pressure on the ball of my right foot. I take this takeaway back to here. This might go a little bit.
Yeah.
I just want to initiate it by, to help with that, I'm going to tell myself, all right, see if I can go to here and move that pressure in my feet without seeing it. All right, so get set.
That's funny.
Where are you at there?
Toes. 100%.
Okay, try it again.
Well, I mean, I'm not trying. I'm just doing what I would
Yep.
normally do. Like, okay, I feel like I'm pretty well balanced here. And I am not.
70 on both toes.
Yep. Okay.
So now just kind of get set what you feel like is 70 on the other side. Yeah. But try to get all balanced 50-50 and then look up and see if it is. If it is, then go ahead and pull the trigger. See where you're at? All right.
51.49 both
Okay,
sides.
go for it.
Now what do I do? Okay, now we're going forward already. Yep, 65, okay.
So then when that goes,
But it did go over there. That was the right one.
Yeah, I'll film one so we can watch it and be live. But now go ahead and go all the way through and get to the finish.
Oh.
And we'll want that all the way down in this bottom quadrant in the 90s. That front foot, yeah, this will be up on the right toe, but that'll all be down in that area right there.
Not there. Versus what I'm used to.
Yeah, exactly. See how that, yep, that needs to, the front toe comes up.
Tarsus, so right over the
Yeah.
little toe.
That needs to be way
Be
over.
back in
Yep.
here, and
And then this toe will come up like that.
okay, nice. Wait, I'm sorry. This toe will, come up like this, but this needs to be back here, not where I'm used to up here.
Correct.
Cool.
So what's that feel like in order to just get 50-50? Do you feel like you're 70-30 on your heels?
Well, so yeah, so actually one of the question. No, I feel balanced,
Okay.
but I feel like I'm too upright.
All
So
right.
yesterday, for instance, if we say, okay, your stance is good.
So get it and then
Well,
peek
it
up
can't
and
be good here.
then peek up when you get 50-50.
Oh my goodness, okay, 60-40 and 50-50 on the left.
Okay, how about toe and heel?
Yeah,
Pretty
that's
good?
what I meant.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. It's,
All right, so 64, that's okay. So grab it, get all set. Both hands. What's that?
52-48.
Okay.
58-42.
So then you'll look at that, it'd be pretty good. I mean, it looks pretty balanced from a video standpoint. Hit it, hold the finish.
Hit it and hold the finish.
Yeah. And we're there. Yeah, you're back down in that quadrant there. That's better. So if we're not on the mat, we don't know for sure because we'll take this. And you could do it either way. You could go left and right foot, or at least this one for sure. Go ahead and get set and and that'll help get that number towards the heel and just working on it.
Okay.
Go ahead. Yep. All right, start over. All the way through.
Oh, take a swing.
And it's going to definitely help force it back into that. So when you're right there, we want all of that right here.
Right here.
And you just feel like in the mat, like you're just jamming that left heel down into the ground. This comes up. That's why we got that there. So even just having that, it's going to be hard for you to get to 94%.
Yeah.
Just because
Yeah, it was always up here.
that won't let you do it by just having that on the ground.
Okay. Okay to load.
There you go. Yep.
Right here. Kick. Keep it here. And come
There you
right
go.
left. All right. None of this halfway through going back. This
Yeah.
way. All right.
We're basically trying to load up the right side, whatever, 80%, and keep that going.
Okay.
What they were trying to tell me to help me with getting my transfer earlier was the drill they had me doing was, okay, go ahead and let this just come up a little bit so you feel it. And then first thing on the way down is jam it down into that mat as hard as I could. And that was just to help get me from 80-20 right here. We need to be 80-20 on the other foot by the time this drops to there. That's how fast it happens.
Okay.
So they would say, all right, Derek, go up, lift it up a little bit, jam it back down into the ground. To get that feel of how hard that is. So we could probably still do that with this. You won't be able to come up. But that's somewhat the sensation maybe when you're playing is you're taking that and trying to get that into the earth as like you're trying to jam it in 3-4 inches into the ground. But you already flipped it from.
Yeah, it's day one yesterday for
Yeah.
me. Yeah.
And we just saw on the mat we were 80-20 right here. Perfect. Load it up here, and now we'll go boom. Mentioned this morning, if we do the whole left side,
Yeah.
lunging,
Problem.
you got all kinds of stuff going. It's usually a thin, weak, almost shank feeling thing off to the right. But that's where if you just kind of concentrate on the feet, when the feet do it, my upper body almost goes back, and I'll send you a couple of videos. Those guys hitting driver will go here, and then their head's almost going backwards. Justin Thomas, like 6 inches up.
Interesting.
But that's where you just keep, I think if you do this and
Okay.
not having the mat will
Yeah, magic
really
mat.
help you out.
Okay. Cool.
Load, transfer, but then midway through, switching back. We don't want any of that. That's terrible, but I can see why I would
So
do that.
once we move, we kind of just keep planting that
You
left
gotta
heel
keep
into the
it-
ground. Yeah, and keep moving
keep
forward.
always
Left foot will roll up over.
Okay.
Hopefully when you're done, you're about, go ahead.
Oh.
You're about 95.5.
Stance, too wide, too
Nope, just
narrow?
right.
It's okay?
Really good.
Okay. So, what am I doing here? Oh, yeah, right.
Load and good balance. Good.
Did a little bit of Hideki there.
And when you when you
Except for
get
the
done
top,
and
right?
that's on the heel, you should be able to feel like you could stand there all day long.
Okay. I don't have that yet. Okay.
And if we fall or lose our balance, and maybe towards a target, and then maybe kind of towards 10 o'clock almost in this direction over here.
Waiting.
So if we got here, this is right up against that line, it stays there, and then we just kind of load up over here. This will kind of points behind the ball a little bit. You were going, and you had this belt loop pointing right at the camera.
All right. Which was
There's
over
no
there.
torque whatsoever. And then we kind of had to.
That's groovy.
So at least like when you're hitting here, it's kind of like, all right, somewhere around that green flag, and then drawing it to the white car or between the right cars, just like that last one.
Yeah.
But that would mean at least you're coming in from in here, and if it's drawing, we're turning these down. Typically, if you swing inside to out, these usually turn over. So someone coming in here, these turn over like this. If we're a little steep, or we kind of start down with those shoulders, like we saw in the video, this is going to stay up here. This will chicken wing a little bit, and nothing on it.
Yeah, that's exactly what I got going on. Okay.
So we got to get these at least going over, and then if we just took swings and made sure we just kept quiet with this, then we keeping an eye on making sure we're loading. I got to get the club face better to get the power back.
Okay.
That's number one.
One finger on. Okay, go ahead.
It just looks like, okay, you go here and this turns, and this trying to turn with it, and all of a sudden we're up at the top of the swing like this.
Yeah.
We want to take load and try to make this might go to right there.
Right.
Not. That gives you the extra torque. Now on the follow through, we're going knuckles down, impact. Keep letting that go over. So if we at least do this, it's not going to go right. Better
Okay.
not, yeah.
Yeah.
So when you kind of had that feel you're showing me, I kind of felt like that looks like what you're doing.
Yeah.
And then this comes through and nothing, I'm just going to block it straight out to the right.
Yeah.
We'll let this kind of rotate through. Let's see how we do.
Okay.
We'll start going way back here, and they start turning down. My watch is down. That's going to be a square face, and then I keep turning that watch down this way. You're up here in this, and then we go pull, 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 pull. Your foot or your Titleist just looks just like this, and then we kind of have to go across this way to try to put the face on it. And there's nothing, so we're going back here, turn, down. Okay.
Got it. Okay.
And that's that feeling you kind of feel like you gotta back up like this.
Yeah.
So we're on here, gotta stay back, held the noodle there, so you gotta stay underneath that. So then we can go under that, and you can see the ball starts off a little right and just drawing back just a little bit.
Right.
Turn, right back under, roll the hands through. Yours will go over here a little bit, so this will go over. You can kind of see that.
Banana.
Almost look like I swiped across
Banana-ish, yeah.
There's nothing on that, so I know for sure that some of the power will get back the more we come over here.
Yeah.
The more we let, so we got to stay behind it, shift, knuckles down, boom, right hand over the top of the left, just like this. So if we get that staying back, release, then we have that ball going this way a little bit. It's not going to go too high because we're turning this down, so we're taking whatever I set it to, 12.5, trying to almost turn it over to 10.5 and get this shape. So if we do the old kind of this way, yeah, we have big high banana.
Yeah.
It's not this, we're not doing it because of this high. So with those numbers that you just had, if we go angle of attack down this way, typically down and this go together with the club. And so there's the bleed slice out to the right. If you have something coming up and from the inside, the toe typically will pass the heel, boom. Now a couple of those, we're just hitting blocks, we're just squeezing onto it, not letting the face go. We haven't hit a block with any other club all morning. All right, let's hit this one then.
Okay, cool.
Okay, in the past, this right arm drill, nice wide, keeping the right palm square to the ball the whole time. It's been good in the past, but it's made you kind of sway off the ball.
Yeah.
Right? So you've done good at staying centered. So you still stay centered using your core and your head doesn't move. But that right arm and right hand just goes straight back, staying facing the ball the whole time so that you can improperly unwind with the right sequence. And you'll square it up. Your swing has looked so good, the only thing was off is the club face was open going back. It's all just takeaway, yeah. Okay?
None of this. Yeah, none of this.
None of that, okay? That's the move right there, okay?
Are you recording this one?
Yeah, that's the move, that's the move, that's the figure eight. Right there, that's the move. And then you square it up with your hip turn, that's it. And a good square takeaway will give you space to do that. There you go, you did it. Wow.
Okay, so Kyle just explained your you regrip. So you're all set to go here, and then right before and what they do, you have a takeaway like this. You gotta stop that. It can't be shut. You've got to stop. So put your grip on. Do not change the grip, and it's all right here. This first 6-10 inches has got to be away. Can't be like that at all, right? And I think this right hand grip is going to help with that. Okay. Next drill. Had this morning, is pretty helpful, just as a reminder. Address like this, then away should be parallel, then rotate to the end. It should be pointing to the ball. Right? All looks good. Maybe a little bit shut, but that's probably because of the grip.